Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 623. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I do invite you to click on that link on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page if you'd like to join me on camera to shoot the breeze, say hello, promote yourself and or your business or your special event, whatever. All that would be super great. And guess who's here? William M. Andrews is saying good afternoon, Bull City. And I'm waiting for his catchphrase. So look forward to it. You got to make a t-shirt. It's a beautiful day in the Bull City. It's a hot day, but yes, it is indeed beautiful. Thank you for being here, William M. Andrews. Very happy to see you. You're becoming a regular staple to the show, and I really appreciate it. Okay, we are on the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also the city, county, and state government. So go up and down the page, see what pertains to you, sign up for things. Maybe you can find a place to volunteer at. That might be pretty cool too. You know what? I agree. I love my city, Durham. I do indeed. And it's kind of funny because I'm from Chicago, and of course I love Chicago. Um, so when I'm so when I'm in Durham and I say back home, I mean Chicago, and sometimes I slip when visiting my relatives, my folks in Chicago, and I'll say home, referring to Durham. Oh boy, does that get me in trouble? But it is what it is. Let me continue. Okay, let's see. I have all kinds of great stuff on this page. The book harvest, where you can take your child 24/7 to the book harvest because outside at 2501 University Drive, there are some shelves out there where you can choose books to read together, or maybe your child might want to start reading by him or herself. And you don't want that. What do they call that in the summertime? Where the kids can sometimes fall behind by a whole grade if they don't read at all. Something summer slide or something like that, electric slide. I don't know, but yeah, you don't want your kid to lose steam over the summer by not reading at all, and then getting back to school and you know forget like a year's worth of reading prompts and whatnot. So anyway, and tips. Let me continue. Got Point is new to the word page of the Durham Skywriter. Bridges Point deals with sickle cell disease. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. They're also running the first housing program in the country that specifically houses people living with sickle cell disease. So, and it's necessary because what happens sometimes when you have sickle cell, because I knew one person who had it, and she would miss work when she would have I don't know if he called it an attack or whatever, but yeah, she would actually have to miss work. And sometimes when that happens, especially if you can't call the boss, short notice that you have to take off work, and maybe you're off for more than one day or even two, you can lose your job. And they know this at Bridges Point. So they have some kind of it's like some kind of subsidized housing, apartments. And I think it's on if I'm not mistaken, I think it's on Kent Street, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, great program. So check it out if you know someone with sickle cell or you just want to learn about it. Bridges Point, they're the folks to check out. And who else is new? Got a couple more new ones. Oops, I just passed something. Yes, there are always vacancies with the city, and you might want to help. If you love your city and you have some special knowledge in these areas, maybe you want to help out by filling the vacancies that are on the Durham Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Commission, or maybe the Durham City County Environmental Affairs Board, or maybe the Human Relations Commission. So, all up to you. If you're interested, click on the link right there on the Word page, see what is expected of you. And if you're still interested, let them know by end of day Wednesday that you're interested in filling one of these vacancies. Okay, let me just take off that comment real quick. There we go. Oh, all righty. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, the libraries. Today's Monday, and that means that Durham County libraries, are all open until 8. Then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens at 10. I'm going to tell you about this I love talking about the toilet rebate program because it's pretty hip, actually. So, suppose you live in an old house and you have old toilets. Okay, you flush the toilet, you're flushing 5 to 7 gallons of water with every flush. That's a lot of water. If you live in a newer home, like I live in a newer house and my toilet is one of those efficiency type toilets. So I'm only using like 1.5 gallons. So you can imagine if we're using the facilities the same, my bill is going to be a lot lower than yours. So if you want to fix that, you might want to get a new efficient toilet, and the city wants you to do that because the city wants you to save money, and well, they're more concerned, of course, of saving water. So I shouldn't say what they're concerned with. I'm just going to say they want to encourage us to save water. So here's the deal. So you get a new efficient toilet and let the city know. I guess you have to present, the documentation, and hopefully you can install it yourself by watching YouTube videos because unfortunately you can't get credit to get that money back if you hire a plumber to do it. But I'm going beyond the pale here. Let me just continue. So you will get up to $100 put on your water bill. They don't give you $100, but they apply $100 to your water bill. And it just so happens that these efficient toilets cost around $100. So you can dig the math. You are essentially getting a free toilet. And not only that, you are saving money down the road because your water bill is going to be much, much lower. Check that out. You're welcome. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Oh, let's see what's happening at Durham Tech. Oh, the Durham community fridges. I just got a text from Donna. I don't know if everybody calls Donna Frederick the Durham ambassador. We do jokingly. I think that is her what she's known as. I think. I don't know if that's an official nickname. She sent me a graphic. Um, okay, wait. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, she sent me another one. Oh, I have to update. Okay, but anyway, um, now, the community fridges, I told you about them. We have a new one. So we have three community fridges. Let me tell you what they are first, and then I'll show you the graphic. So we have three community fridges where people who are in need can stop by and get something to eat. These refrigerators are filled by people like you and me. You have extra food, or maybe you want to go shopping, you catch a sale, and then put some food in one of these refrigerators for people who can't afford to buy food. This started during COVID because we weren't able to help people face to face. So there's a community fridge at the St. Joseph Episcopal Church. They call it St. Joe, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side. So it's behind Whole Foods. Part and Parcel, 1901 Chapel Hill Road. Park on the side by turning, when you're on Chapel Hill Road, turn on Dean Street, and it's very, very close to the new Lincoln Community Health Center and the Scrap Exchange, and of course, a Food Line. And Food Line is conveniently very close to the community fridge, so that's pretty hip. And then there's a new one, Omi's, which is a coffee shop, which is at 2300 North Roxborough Street. So it's the corner of North Roxborough and Club Boulevard. So there's an app, well, a website, and actually the link is right there on the word page of the Durham Skywriter. So you can go ahead, see what's in the fridge. You can do this as a person who's looking for food, or someone who wants to decide which fridge to take it to. And then you can also see whether it needs tidying up. Sometimes they need someone to run some bleach water in there and clean it out a little bit. And then also someone takes the temperature. Like these are regular citizens, so, or I should say residents. So if you find out that um, if you go there and it doesn't feel cold enough, you can put it on the website and it will be taken care of. So, what I was excited about is that Donna sent me a new graphic. If you could see that, there is a water drive. So, it starts today. It's June 23rd through the 31st, where they're encouraging us to drop off water. Um, it says in the freezers of the Durham community fridges. Oh, I guess so that people can take the water and it'll stay cold longer. That makes sense because if it's just in the refrigerator, and they take a swig and it's already room temperature because it's like almost 100 degrees, that makes sense. And as you know, at certain stores, you can get a six pack of water for $1. So I think I might do that actually. I think I might do it for all three because all three are very close to my house pretty much. So yeah, check that out. And what I'm very excited about is that Donna sent me another graphic about the cooling station. Let's see. Open during heat advisories from noon to 4 at 101 South Driver Street, where you can get free snacks, um, free air conditioning. Come chill out. And it's communities in partnership. That is so sweet. Oh my, I might stop by there and see how they're doing. And also, I don't have air conditioning. So, yeah, I might want to check that out myself. So yeah, so bring your laptop and do your regular work at Communities in Partnership, 101 South Driver Street, from noon until 4, and that's today because we do have heat advisories. Thank you, Donna, for that. I will add that to the Skywriter. I'm glad I got to announce it. And let me go to the weather because I'm going to go to the weather anyway. Oh, Roxanne is here. Okay, Roxanne, I'll bring you on right after the weather. So when I open there it is. We do have an advisory today. So yeah, you might want to head over there. So it says extreme heat watch. These conditions are expected by 10 a.m. Tuesday, June 24th. Additional alert heat advisory. Wow. Let me continue because I don't want to keep you. Okay. So I told you about the Durham community fridges. And by the way, they're open 24/7. You don't need any permission to go to the community fridges to fill them up or to do anything because they're open to the public. They really want people that need to know about these refrigerators and um, to be able to use them. Now, they're also encouraging other people like you and me, especially people who have like small businesses, like Omi's, like I said, is a coffee shop. So if you want to start your own community fridge, you can let them know at that website. And then, yeah, let me continue. I want to take up your whole afternoon. Let's see, told you about the libraries. Let's check Durham Tech, shall we? Okay, so now, the Durham Technical Community College's Small Business Center is downtown, 701 West Main Street in the Chesterfield building. They have their own parking lot just south of the building. It's on the second floor, not the parking, but the Durham Tech Small Business Center. So they have some, is this all one day? Oh, 3 in 1 day. So let me put on my specs, as my granddad used to say. Oh, I can see the letters now. Okay, so oh, that's going to be on. Is that tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow there's going to be some. Wait a minute. I don't think I got the dates right. Hmm. I want to make sure this is correct. So please forgive me as I go to. Let me go to the actual website because I have Thursday the 24th, and that doesn't make sense. So let me go to Durham Tech. Please forgive me. I mean, I shouldn't be having these mistakes, but I'm not perfect, and these things do happen. So I'm going to my website. I'm scrolling down to Durham Tech because I do need, because the reason why I'm checking this now is because if it is, if the first date is on Tuesdays at 10 in the morning, so I have to tell you about it today. I can't wait till tomorrow. So I have to, I simply must check and make sure this is correct. And I'm a little embarrassed that I made a mistake, but I know I'm not perfect, and you know it too. So let me click on this. Okay, let me get that. Let me get the email. I mean, that link. Okay, let me copy that. Let me paste it. You get to see behind the scenes. Tuesday, June 24th. Okay, so I made a mistake. So I'm glad I checked because that means I must announce it now, and I will announce it. Okay, so tomorrow, the 24th, from 10 until 1, there's going to be for people who are Spanish speakers and running businesses in Durham, something called Café Emprendedor, which means entrepreneurial coffee, which I assume means if you're a Spanish speaker who's running a business, you get to go to Durham Tech Small Business Center from 10 until 1 and get some great information in your language. So if you know someone who speaks Spanish, runs a business, prefers to get their information in Spanish, let them know. Let them know. If you're a young person and it's your parents, let them know. Oh, I have a comment here. Okay, Nicole Jones, the River Durham having a cooling area. They're welcome everyone. Thank you. Okay, Nicole Jones, thank you. The River Durham on is it North Roxborough? Because I was there. I went there. Is it on North Roxborough? Because I think they moved. Let me know. Put the comment. And you know what I would love to do? I would love to come play some nice music at one of these cooling centers. You know, I'm a DJ. I wouldn't bring my whole setup, of course. I just bring my giant. I think you can see behind me. This is my giant JBL speaker, which I use for small gigs. But yeah, if you need some happy, clean, fresh, even Christian music, you just let me know. So anyway, let me continue because it's already 12, almost 12:20. So the Cafe Emprendedor, that's tomorrow from 10 until 1, and I'll fix that. I'll change Thursday to Tuesday. And then for English speakers tomorrow, insurance and risk management. And that's going to be from 4 until 5. I'll announce this during tomorrow's show as well. And then also from 5:30 until 6:30 tomorrow, again for Spanish speakers, finanzas y contabilidad, which is finance and accounting. Got to know that stuff. Got to know those techniques and those, all the fine points to running a business. So let me continue. Let's see. So if anybody else knows about cooling, I wonder if there's someplace I can go and get a full list of the cooling centers. Because in Chicago, the cooling centers are the police stations. Everybody wants to hang out with the police, but it's usually available. Police stations, the libraries, all the city government buildings. I don't know if they do that here in Durham, but yeah, I need to check that. And I really appreciate everybody's help with this. Okay, let's see what else is happening. I think that's pretty much it. Let me just check score. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't check the online classes with Durham Tech and all the other community colleges across the state. Let's see. So the next online class for entrepreneurs is tomorrow at 2, and it is called Content Marketing: What's Working Now. Content marketing, of course, content they're talking about online. Choosing how to market yourself on social media like Instagram, Facebook, etc. Okay, let's see if SCORE has anything going on. SCORE is you serve as core of retired executives. You can get a mentor. You can meet with them over the phone or in person, online. So if you're wanting to run a business, these retired executives, they know what it's all about and they can really help. So they have workshops in person and online. So tomorrow they're going to have a free online class at 1 o'clock called How to Conduct Keyword Research for Your Business Website. So suppose I wanted to do some research and improve my efforts to do a community paper, Durham Skywriter. I would probably look up community newspaper. I'd probably look up community media, local media, local social media, that sort of thing. So you can learn how to fine tune your searches and get information that you can use for your business during this online class at 1 o'clock. Okay, let's go to the to your health page. Let's see what's happening. Of course, it starts out with COVID. It's never left us. Just saying. Checking for comments. The River Durham. Oh, I thought that was. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, Ben Franklin. Okay, 40. So it's off of. Um, so it's just off of North Roxborough, 4425 Ben Franklin Boulevard. I knew it was around there somewhere because I actually went to a. What was that? It was like a resource fair. And if you know about any resource fairs over there, yeah, let me know. I appreciate that, Nicole. Thank you. Okay, let us see very quickly if there are any blood drives going on. And there's lots on this health page. I just want you to check it out at your convenience. So let's see if we can save some lives today. Let's see, today's the 23rd. So it looks like the next blood drive will be on Wednesday for the American Red Cross. So I'll tell you about that tomorrow. And then Blood Connection, they do the same thing. They collect blood, they save lives. Their next blood drive will be on Thursday. So I'll be sure to let you know about that on Thursday because it's late afternoon. Okay, now let me tell you about the HELP program because that is tomorrow from 10 until 2. HELP stands for the Health Equipment Loan Program. So basically, it's run by Project Access, it's, the county. So they accept donations of wheelchairs. Let me just go down the list here. Knee scooters, walkers, wheelchairs, canes, those pickup sticks, tub transfer benches, etc., etc. And then they refresh and clean everything, fix them up if they're broken or need some repair. And then they turn around and loan it out to people who need them and can't afford them, which is great. Because if you've ever tried to get a wheelchair, they literally cost hundreds of dollars. Scopy's here. This is Scopy is watching. You know that's right. Thank you, sir. Very happy to have you here. Yeah, developing an audience. Love it. Okay. So the Health Equipment Loan Program is open 2 days a week. It's open on Tuesdays 10 to 2 and then Fridays 1 to 5. 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100. Not too far from the River Church, I would say. Not too far from there. Okay, and now we're going to go to I'm going to very quickly go to the Senior Scope page, just real fast. Just going to see what's happening in the Durham Center for Senior Life. 406 Rigsby Avenue, great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. Free parking, free membership. They've got computer lab. They've got the workout rooms. They've got what don't they have? They have a theater. Great place, really great. And pretty much everything is free. They also have food. If you need food, they have a program for people who are homeless or people who are just struggling, and you need household products and food. They can hook you up. Now today's Monday. Oh, the matinee, right. Like I said, they have their own theater. So they show movies. So today's movie at 1 o'clock with free popcorn is Father of the Bride, which I know is a comedy because I've heard of it. So that's going to be today's movie, 1 o'clock. You've got about a half hour to get there. Sit in air conditioned splendor because the air conditioning was fixed last week. So there you go. Now they're going to have Bible study at 12:45, chair flow and flex at 1, advanced watercolor at 1, chair volleyball at 2, lifeline dancers at 3:30, and the walking club meets in the lobby at 3:30. Now tomorrow morning, seniors on the move line dancing at 8:35, open art studio at 9. Google it. Smartphone and computer class at 9:30. Take off pounds sensibly at 9:30. Yoga, yoga your way at 10. Keep it moving. Gentle exercise at 10:15. American Sign Language at 11. I told you they have a lot of stuff. I told you. Belly dance at 11:30. Crocheting at noon. And then pinochle and kings in the corner until 7. And I said 7, yes, because on Tuesdays and Thursdays they're open late. So if you're still working 9 to 5, go blow off some steam. Work out at the senior center just real quick before going home and feeling more relaxed and in a good mood. There you go. Okay, let's see if there are any special events today, with it being the 23rd. At 12:30, if you can get there in 3 minutes, um, Rick Messimer, who's a certified senior legal advisor, he'll be having his monthly class, Senior Legal Advisor Presentation. And he talks about different legal topics. So that's going to be from 12:30 until 1:30 today in the classroom in just a few minutes. And then tomorrow, the monthly member check-in is at 2:15, where you get to bring your lunch, sit downstairs with the staff and the director of the Durham Center for Senior Life and let them know how you feel the programming is going, because you might have a suggestion or two. I know some of the classes are actually led by members of the Senior Center. I think the French class, for example, the drumming class, people just have ideas and they're saying, I want to lead a class where I teach this and that. And they might take you up on it because they love to save money because their funding was drastically cut. So if you want to volunteer to teach a class, they would be so happy. So go see them tomorrow. There's going to be a big meeting. It's called Monthly Member Check-in, and that's at 12:15 in the theater. Okay. Now let's go. Oh, let me check. Let me check Little River real quick, because Little River is in northern Durham, where you are, of course, invited to go all the way downtown to hang out with other seniors. But if you're living far north, like Rougemont, Bahama, north of Club Boulevard or whatever, you might want to go to Little River, 8305 North Roxborough Road in Bahama. They also have activities Monday through Friday and free lunch. So you can just go there. They don't have as many classes and activities, of course. It's a much smaller operation, but they do have a full size gym because it used to be a school. So if you want to play some ball, bring your basketball and just have fun all day if you want to do that. Let me see about their special events. Okay. Oh, tomorrow. Um, oh, they're going to choose downtown. Hopefully, you got your application in. They have a lottery, and we'll see which seniors get these $50, not $50, $5 coupons for the farmers market. We get to find out, I think, this week. Now, at Little River, today and tomorrow, actually tomorrow from 10 until noon, you can submit your application for the same program where you can save money at local farmers markets. I don't know if they have a lottery because it's a smaller program. I don't know. Maybe you fill in the application and get the coupons. I really don't know, but you can find out if you go tomorrow between 10 and noon. Okay, last place we're going to visit is the Let's Go page. And Roxanne is so patiently waiting. Let me continue. Okay, let's see. New Visions of Africa restaurant. They're giving away free meals. Not everybody has food in their homes. Not everybody has kitchen access wherever it is they're living. So if you're hungry, you're in need. Stop at 1306 Fayetteville Street between 3 and 6 and get a free meal. And then the Hayti Heritage Center's Heritage Rhythms African Dance class, 6:30 until 8. This is on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. There is a class fee of $10, and you get into the breathing and the conditioning, and then the cardio intensive African dance moves. I know you'll love it. That's going to be today from 6:30 until 8. The Glass Jug Beer Lab, they're having their disc golf putting tournament from 6:30 until 9. It's like fancy frisbee, so bring three putters, three frisbees. You register at 6, start playing at 6:30, and you pay 6. And it's a double elimination, random doubles tournament, whatever that is, and that should be lots of fun. Now, this is the glass jug, not the one downtown. This is the one that's at 5410 Highway 55. And let me refresh the page because I want to make sure I have the latest info. Okay, it's refreshed. Okay. Let's see. It's a little hot for running, but the Crunk Club Durham's weekly Crank Arm Durham Run starts at and returns to the Crank Arm Brewing Company, 620 Fernway Avenue. So you can either run 3 miles or 5 miles, all up to you. You better stay hydrated. I'm just saying. But they'll be running from 6:30 until 10:30, so it should be cooler then. And of course, it's a free event. Now, tomorrow morning, the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, they'll be holding their rabies vaccination clinic for pets. You call, you go to 3005 Glen Road between 9:30 and 11, and or between 2 and 3:30, depend on the times you've decided on. And then you pay $10 exact change when you get there. There's other rules, you have to contain your pets, et cetera, et cetera. So get them vaccinated. Now, if you're older, the East Regional Library hosts the Over 50 Crowd, 211 Lick Creek Lane, tomorrow from 10 until 11:30. So if you're over 50, you hang out. Basically, you're hanging out, you're having fun, you're sitting in air conditioned splendor, you're getting free coffee, free tea, and talking and just enjoying yourself. The grocery giveaways tomorrow at New Visions of Africa restaurant, 1306 Fayetteville Street. So be there by 12:30. I know it's going to be really hot out there, so take your umbrella. I know they used to call them parasols for summer use. So yeah, you'll be standing out there in the parking lot. I highly recommend that not only you take your rollaway cart for all the food they'll be giving you, but also take your umbrella so you don't roast out there. And if you're driving, park in the WD Hill parking lot because that's where everybody will be standing, waiting to get their groceries. I think that's it. Oh, the pastor's lunch is tomorrow at Chubby's Tacos. So if you're I assume this is for Christian pastors only. So this is hosted by the Tri West Network, 1 o'clock at Chubby's Tacos, 4711 Hope Valley Road in the Woodcroft Shopping Center. Let's go through the weather real quick and then bring on Roxanne and see what's going on. I hope Roxanne will be telling us about her latest interview because I know it was super interesting. I need to watch it. So let's check the. Oh, wait. Let me do my intro for the weather. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay. The weather. It is 93 already. I said yes. 93. Yes. It's sunny out there. Everything's getting baked out there. I'm surprised they're not catching on fire. That's not funny. I know I always make jokes about catching on fire being so hot. But yeah, it's 93 out there. No chance of rain. Let's see. Oh, a cloud will float by at 5 p.m. apparently. So we'll get a cloud at 5. Otherwise, the sun is out there. It's out there. Extreme heat watch. So if you know someone who's elderly or maybe they have asthma, trouble breathing, whatever, or they're just not feeling well, tell them to stay inside. Bring them whatever they need. Tell them to sit down and get those heat beating tips on the how-to page. Also, very important, the how-to page. You can learn how to deal with heat stroke and heat exhaustion as two separate things. They're not the same. And we all need to know the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke because we're talking life threatening situations. I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's just that we need to stay hydrated and we need to recognize when people need our help. We need to know what to do. It's going to be 90s all week. So, yeah. It's very important. Please go to the how-to page, get the heat beating tips, but also learn how to help folks who are suffering from heat stroke or heat exhaustion. Learn the difference and learn what to do. Okay, now the high today is going to be 96. Okay. Speaking of hot temperatures, we were out there line dancing yesterday. Big shout out to Marvis Henderson and, of course, the line dancers who showed up at Forest Hills Park. We had a ball. Luckily, we were under the shelter, so nobody, we didn't get it. Actually, it was a nice breeze yesterday, even though it was in the 90s. It was nice. But a big shout out to Marvis. I love what she's doing. Jitterbug was there. Angela was there. And she has a line dance. She's a line dance instructor also. I love when the line dance instructors help each other and show up at each other's events. I love that. Durham is like that. That's what we do. Now, tomorrow, we're going to have more clouds. It's going to be partly sunny with the high, though, of 97. Very important to stay hydrated. And it looks like we're going to get some thunderstorms midweek. Wow, that's new to me. Okay, I don't actually mind because it's so hot out there. And my little plants are really suffering. So, yeah, we do need some rain. So let's bring on Roxanne. Now, I was able to do it smoothly last week. Let me see if I can remember what to do. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, I remember. Okay, here we go. Watch how smooth this might be. I'm saying might. Okay. Okay, watch. It worked.
Hey,
Was that smooth or what?
that was great.
I'm
I love
finally.
all the new stuff you got.
Oh yeah, Evie Mux, the program I'm using, it's like real TV. I love it. It's just that the learning curve is higher than any other live streaming app I've ever used, but then the results are cooler.
Well, let me tell you, talking about the heat,
Yes.
I can't be out in it. I can't exercise in it
Ooh.
because it can cause me to have a seizure.
Well, so is that everybody with epilepsy or just certain?
You don't know because
Oh,
everybody's so different, but I can't get hot or I can have what I call them spells.
yeah.
But yeah, I can't be out in the heat.
Oh. So let's just add to that. If you're not sure, but you do know that you have epilepsy, uh,
Yeah, and
stay
keep a watch on it. I mean, it might not bother you.
because you have to go to work though. I mean, those who are working.
Yeah,
I wonder how they deal with that.
I guess just a lot of water, like you said,
Yeah.
but and you can also wear a hat
Oh,
because my mom wears hats all the time now whenever she goes
okay.
out because my dad bought a convertible. And
Okay.
of course, she rode in it all the time without a hat. She ended up with a melanoma that
Oh,
had to have removed right at the top of her
oh,
scalp.
that sounds painful.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
So, I
I'll
mean,
be
it's
right back.
just
I
so
want, I
weird.
want to show you my new cap because I'm always telling people to stay hydrated. Check out my new cap. Wait a minute. Check this out. Because I'm going to be out there passing out flyers and doing my community work and
Yeah,
whatnot. Check this out.
that's good.
Oh
I
yeah,
I
give
need one with
me
that
some
bigger
of the hay.
brim.
But yeah, this is really really slick. I really. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can ask them to. Darn it, it's not showing up right. Oh shoot, let's go Durham. Okay, wait. Let me. Okay, wait, real quick. I have to answer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Talk among yourselves. Hello.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody I'm in right outside Winston-Salem in Kernersville. And when she was talking about the wet areas or whatever you could go to, I looked it up for Winston-Salem. And there's a lot of places. So Miller Park, if anybody, and Haynes Park, where the Haynes building was, and now it's not, but at Haynes Park, that was right across from it, is having one of the wet days, and Griffith Park. I mean, it's a long list. I couldn't believe it's wonderful. Um, Old Town Park, that's Bethania, near Bethania Station Road, and you know where Miller Park is, out Stratford Road, and Polo Park. That's also a little bit further down from Miller Park. So I mean, it's a lot. But look up ABC News. They had the long list.
Ooh, what's the list of? Because I was answering the phone.
The parks, like you were talking
Oh,
about.
cool.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I mean, look. Well, shoot, you can't see it. Why can't you see it? My gosh, that's weird.
Oh, that was weird.
Something's weird with my
Oh,
camera. It
because
says,
because you have Do you have a virtual background?
No, it's this is my regular.
Oh, because I'm getting
I am too.
some little, what do you call it, noise or whatever. Weird.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even have my background, but
Could be just like a
I don't
internet
know. Let's see.
thingy. I don't know. So
Mm,
sorry, man. Thank you for stepping up like that, Roxanne. I had to see. Usually, when your phone rings, usually it's in the middle, and then you can click on "Can I call you later?" And I was going to do that, but somehow the phone call. You know how sometimes it's at the very top,
mm-hmm.
and you don't have that option to click on "Can I call you later?"
Let's see.
So I had to answer it because that was the gold. That was the bus. The bus company. The bus system.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I had to answer that one. Very important.
I understand. That's why I was going to just go ahead and tell them what the parks were and talk. Well, and then talk about the hats with my mom. We did that with you.
Yeah. Oh, so where you're living, near Winston-Salem, so do you
Mhm.
have cooling centers like at the police station, the
Oh,
library?
yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
And
Thank
how to
you.
go to ABC News to pull it up.
Oh, for all. Okay. Thank you. I
Yeah,
didn't
because I
see
mean
that.
that on your phone it takes up a whole.
Ooh,
I mean,
ABC News. Okay.
yeah.
Thank you because that's so important. Because, like I said, back in Chicago, it's the libraries, the city government, because government buildings are huge.
In Reynolds Park, uh, that's I think it's off of Silence Creek Parkway on the way to the mall.
Okay, okay. It's so
Yeah.
important to stay. And you know what? If you're elderly, just be so very careful. Now, another thing they do in Chicago, and I mentioned it. You know what? When I call the Go Durham lady back, I'm gonna ask her about this. In Chicago, um, it's huge. There are whole neighborhoods where people just don't have air conditioning because low
Oh yeah.
income or whatever.
Well, and it
And
does.
they will set a bus outside, like if it's a dense area,
Mm-hmm.
densely populated area. The city of Chicago puts a city bus. It just sits them there. The bus sits there with the motor running and the air conditioning on. Then you can come from your house and sit on the bus for a while.
Nice. That's great.
So I'm going to ask the Go Durham lady if maybe they could do that because there are whole neighborhoods probably here in Durham too where people are suffering because they don't have the money for air conditioning and whatnot. So, yeah,
That's good.
so
Yeah.
so important to help each other and look out for one another and to
Mm-hmm.
to do that.
Well,
So,
let me plug up my router because I thought having one that's not.
yeah, the closer to your router, the better. I know that for
Yeah,
live streaming.
I'm close to it, but I have to plug this one up.
Okay, because it looks like your
I
background
left this
is
thing.
moving or something.
I left it too, but no. See, I have one that's right behind the wall here, but if I plug this one up, I probably have to do that every time. My computer's probably 3 years old, and that's old, isn't it?
Well, mine's about the same. I'm jotting down the River Church just in case my comments disappear after the show. Let's see the cooling.
No, I didn't do anything at all. That's weird.
Let's see cooling air. I'm just making sure that I don't miss anything.
Let's see.
Okay, okay, cool.
Well, that takes me off. Let's see. Settings, camera. Well, it doesn't let me change. Well, I'm sorry.
That's fine. I mean, because you look clear, which is good.
Okay, good.
You look very clear.
Just as the background. I guess maybe the glass from
Yeah,
the
the
picture
glass is like
frames.
it's like it has it's kind of wavy or something. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Don't look at the background. Just look at Roxanne's face, please.
Well, I want to say thank you for letting me post stuff on your page
Sure.
when I'm going to have
Absolutely.
this because I had interviewed Guy W. Stoker before,
Okay.
and he talked about his epilepsy.
Mm-hmm.
And this time he talked about his music
Okay.
because of how he writes the music and then goes and, does the well, okay, let me start of it. He how he writes it first, and then he does the music for
Okay.
afterwards, the
Okay.
piano, and he is so good.
Wow. Is that
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with epilepsy, or he just happens?
yeah. How he would be able to write after he had a seizure, that they're under control now, but he still wants to write about people living with him.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
And um, shoot, I forgot her name. But anyway, she's a star
Hmm.
and wants to do a short, like one episode, like how long one episodes are of
Hmm.
programs.
Hmm.
I forgot what they were called, but well, anyway,
Like a
she's
little
gonna
documentary or something.
maybe, but it's gonna be on epilepsy, and she
Okay.
heard his music,
Hmm.
and it's gonna her his whole album is gonna be part of that miniseries. There we go,
Oh,
miniseries.
miniseries. Okay. So they're
Yeah,
going to use his music in the miniseries.
yeah.
Sweet.
So I played a
Sweet.
whole song at the beginning,
Okay.
and if you want to go listen to how good he is.
Okay. So we go to your YouTube, Seizure the Day
My
NC.
well, yeah, YouTube at Seizure of the Day.
Okay.
Yeah,
NC.
NC. And it'll be the very first purple circle.
Excellent. Okay. Let me
Yeah.
write it down. Okay.
But it's how
Seizure
he talked
the Day
about being
NC.
able to write and how he's getting noticed
Mm-hmm.
that he can maybe start spreading the word, of
That's some
because
good
it's
news.
still bad in US of how they
Hmm.
get treated, but
Yeah.
that's going to help. And then doing it, shoot, I forgot her name. It's on the, if you listen to the very beginning and after I introduce them and everything, we talk about that first and you'll hear who's helping him. And I talk, at the end, I joked and I said, they give awards for miniseries and the music. I said, can I be on your arm?
Get a yeah when he wins his
Award, yeah.
Emmy or Grammy or
I,
Emmy award. Yeah.
I guess, but he's married, so I was joking.
Oh, oh. But still, if he won a I mean an Emmy, that would be incredible.
It would. But that's how good he is. And then we played portions of other songs.
Hmm.
But, you get into his music because it's jazz like.
Ooh, love
Yes,
some jazz.
it is
I love some
amazing.
jazz.
But you
Okay.
have to listen to the words
Hmm. Hmm.
because one song is about a mirror, how you look at yourself and see what you see. But then if you're on the other side, you see what other people see.
Okay.
Isn't that, I've never thought of it
Interesting.
like that. And he
It's like
wrote,
sometimes. Okay, so we're used to seeing ourselves in the mirror, but I
mhm,
remember when live streaming became really popular, and you could set the live stream so that you're not,
used to wait.
you're used to seeing yourself in reverse.
Right.
Yeah, so you can see, like you said, you can see yourself as others actually see you,
Uh
and for
huh.
some people, it throws them off. I
It
didn't think
does.
I didn't think it would, but it and wait, because I'm not. Yeah, so I'm seeing myself right now because my shirt is not reversed. But I guess I've been live streaming for so many years that it doesn't
It's weird
bother me. But
because,
I know it's strange to a lot of people to see
yeah,
themselves the way they actually look. I'm used to it because, like I said, I've been live streaming for 10 years, 15,
cool.
20.
I've been on shows for a long time, but
Yeah.
my show's 2 years old now.
Okay. Congratulations. Okay.
And amazing. It was 50 people that viewed on YouTube.
Nice.
And I shared it to LinkedIn because he's on LinkedIn a lot.
Okay.
102.
Sweet.
Yes.
Oh. Um. So, what do you use in terms of live streaming software?
Restream.
Because with hmm, so I use EV so I'm able to go live to Facebook, YouTube,
Hmm.
Twitch, and LinkedIn.
Yeah, I can too. And they've got it set up where you can go to Zoom now.
Oh, that's different. Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom. And I was going to ask you about Twitch, or no, is that not what's called the short?
Twitch is where a lot of the gamers are. You could do live streaming and have an audience just like
But it has to be short, though, right?
no, as long
No,
as you
not
want.
anymore.
No.
Well, see, they have AI on Restream where they pick portions of your program that are only so many minutes long,
Yeah.
and may draw you into watching the whole thing. If I share it to Twitch, it's only that long. Well, wait a minute, maybe I need to watch the whole thing. And I was wondering about doing that because,
That
um,
sounds good though, because
hmm
I guess the way that would work, the only way that would work with Bull City Hangout is maybe I do the weather part.
well, in the
Sure,
what's
it's
going
like-
on, you know, the schedule that you give, where
yeah,
places to
I
go.
would think though if I were to do a short, I'd probably do it as a separate thing. I mean, I know a lot of people take segments from their like a 1 minute segment from their show. I guess I could do the same.
But and then I like where I can add in
Have you
the.
ever done that?
No, I just now noticed that they just now put that up there because I started seeing
Oh,
off to the side
hmm.
where he was on top and I was on the bottom and we were talking, and then it would switch to another portion of the show, and I was like, well, I got to look at that, and they were doing AI, figuring out, putting together,
Hmm.
separating what we were talking about.
Interesting.
hmm So I didn't really want to join Twitch because
Hmm.
of some of the stuff I don't know, and I don't know anything about it, but
Well,
I might.
I just do it because I now have 4 places that I could broadcast to, and so I chose. So Twitter is out because you have to pay
Yeah.
to live stream
hmm
on Twitter. So I chose nationally Facebook and YouTube, of course. So
Yeah.
the other two, I figured Twitch, and because it's free, why not? And LinkedIn, which is very
hmm
LinkedIn wouldn't allow me to live stream for the longest, and I finally got okayed to live stream on LinkedIn. I think it's very useful. Now with Twitch, I might get 1 viewer a week. I mean, nobody knows I'm there. I'm not a gamer. More people on Twitch are gamers and maybe political commentary. I don't think there's too many media people, which I don't think.
I don't know, but there's something else.
I feel
I'm
what
looking.
the heck.
Um,
We can try it out. I mean, you know.
there's another one that is new that I found out, but they have they have groups or your title of what questions that you get
Hmm.
throughout your where you can post portions of your show and they ask questions and you answer them. And then there's another place where you have groups.
Hmm.
So I don't know if maybe I'm going to look into that and see if maybe I can send something to there. But shoot, I don't remember it.
That might be good. Oh, I did want to point out, even though I don't live stream on Twitter, X, whatever, I actually go back.
Share.
I go back and put the link
Yeah.
on Twitter and Blue Sky.
hmm
And I think I have 17 subscribers on Blue Sky, so subscribe.
there you go.
Well, Blue
There you
Sky
go.
is where everybody went when they got mad about Twitter. Where Twitter was
Mm.
headed. So a lot of people went to Blue Sky. I figured, what the heck? And a lot of people closed their Twitter account. I didn't close it. I just didn't pay for the pro version.
Yeah, no, me
But the
either.
free version, I mean, I figured why not? I still like Twitter because even though a lot of people say it's a cesspool, I only subscribe to Durham entities, like the universities, the nonprofits. So the only thing I see when I go to Twitter is good information. I mean, I do follow um, like you and Eileen and different um, friends who are on social media. Sure, I follow, but for the most part, I'm following Durham. Um, like the city, the county, the nonprofits, the universities. So I don't see anything by Elon Musk and the other folks. I don't follow them, so I never see. They don't pop up
No,
at
But
all.
ask Barbara Miller about the what it's called because she's on it.
Okay.
Barbara Tomlin. I'm sorry, what my
Oh,
last
Barb. Oh, Barb. Yeah.
Barb. Yeah, Barb.
Mhm.
She's on it,
Okay.
and
I follow her as well on Twitter and all the different places. But I think the trick is, even though people are saying, "Oh, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, it's a horrible place," I think the trick, at least for me, is to only follow the people you really want to hear from.
mm,
And I think when you start clicking on the political stuff, and I'm not saying politics is bad, but I mean the bad political stuff,
yeah,
then I think it thinks that's what you want, and then you get more and more. So the trick is to never click on anything that you don't like
exactly.
or don't believe in, or you know,
Same
it,
thing on Facebook now.
really.
For me, I mean, they since they started that stupid dating mess,
For dating.
that you can tell because the people have their names and then numbers behind them. Yeah, Facebook dating. Yeah,
Oh, I'm definitely not interested in that.
I wasn't either, but I
I
still
don't
get
click on that.
people to. I still get guys that want me to friend them, but they don't have any other friends. I'm like, are you idiot?
Yeah, don't click on
If
that.
you haven't been on here that long, or
Mm-mm.
no, yeah,
You don't know who these guys are. And you
yeah.
see those shows on YouTube where you realize that the pictures that you're seeing are stolen from like U.S. soldiers or
Oh,
something
exactly.
like that. Yeah, and then it's
They
not
ask for
even that.
money.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then these people, Roxanne, these people, they're so desperate, I guess, for companionship or whatever. So they'll say they're in the army and
Yeah.
that they want to come visit, but they need to pay for leave. You don't pay for leave when you're with the armed forces.
I know. Yeah, people they don't know. It's sad
Mm-mm.
how
Don't,
they can go, how they
don't
can
do that.
trick you.
Yeah. In fact, don't give anybody anything.
You what?
Don't give anybody anything.
Right.
Money, phone numbers.
Nope.
Just leave all that alone. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
just saying. So I think that's going to be it for today's show, Roxanne. Did you want to tell us about your next interview, or has it been set up yet?
Well, a couple of doctors watched the program, and they want me to do another one with physicians
Nice. Well, good.
and
Oh,
with
after
Guy
that,
W. Stoker. Yeah.
excellent. You're doing good work. You
Well, thank
really are.
you.
So,
Thank
folks,
you.
be sure to follow two YouTube channels. Follow Roxanne at Seizure the Day NC, and follow Durham Skywriter
Yeah.
at Durham Skywriter, all one word. So,
Yeah.
so what's the temperature where you are? Because I know you're just west of us.
Yeah. Let's see. It is 91,
Okay, it's 94 here in Durham. So,
but it feels like 97.
ooh. Oh, my app doesn't. Let me go to my other weather app and see if I got that feels like.
And then we do have the um, report, the about being outside and being too hot and
Oh,
the
wait a
alert.
minute. My other app,
Hmm.
the weather channel. So I always check the weather app that comes on the iPhone. But the weather channel is saying that it is 78, feels like 108. What on earth?
Well, let me look.
That is intense.
Let's look
I'm
at the weather.
scared now.
Let's see. It
Advisory.
says it's 92 and feels like 102.
Good gracious. Okay, folks, don't go out. That's it.
Yeah, stay inside. I didn't go work out today.
I was gonna do a little shopping, but you know what? It's not even worth it. I have food here. I got yogurt. I got eggs. I got what else do I have? Rice. I'm fine. I got sweet tea. I'm in the South. I have sweet tea, so
Uh-huh.
that's all you do. Wow, 97 feels like 108.
You got a lot hotter than we did.
Wow. So I guess the further east, the further, of course, the I would think that the mountains are cooler.
Hmm.
So you're between us and the mountain, so it's cooler, I suppose.
Yeah,
So Asheville is probably only 88, probably.
maybe. Yeah,
So,
still be awful to go to the zoo and walk in those.
oh, you don't want to go to the zoo. All that asphalt and those poor animals are probably suffering. Although I do love it though when they throw fruit, not the people, but the trainers, the
Hmm.
employees, they'll like break up like a watermelon or cantaloupe, and you can see the bears and the animals just like devour them. I love that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, stay home.
Uh huh. And
'Cause-
and if you find out, just keep track of your seizures, and if you think you got too hot, maybe
yeah, if
it
you have
affects you.
epilepsy, yeah, definitely take notes on how you're affected.
Hmm.
And whether you have epilepsy or not, stay hydrated. I have three water bottles, all different sizes, on top of my refrigerator so that when I go out, I try to take the water bottle that I think I need the most. Sometimes, if I know it's going to be out for a short while, I'm just going to be driving somewhere, I'll take the little. And then let me show you my water bottle. They're really, really cool.
My mama would freeze hers with,
That's,
put a plastic water bottle in the freezer
yeah.
and let it melt while she was drinking it, and it would
Oh,
stay
that's
cool.
smart. Now, my
Yeah.
water bottles, you can remove the base has like a silicone, like,
Oh.
because
Uh-huh.
when it reaches room temperature and starts getting warmer, then you get
Oh.
water all over the place. So when you
Yep.
have a silicone base, that does not happen. So this is by Coup D. There you go.
Okay.
And it's really, really, so you can put it on your belt or whatever, and you can pop up the little straw, so to speak. I really love it. So this is my little one, and then if I'm going to be out, longer, here's a bigger one,
Okay. Good. Good.
and this is the big one. This is
Oh
like
man,
it's
that's the
like
big daddy.
it's like I'm DJing or I'm going somewhere, and I don't know, how long I'm going to be out. So I have three different water bottles. There you go, because you just
Yep.
never know. And then when I go out like I did yesterday in 90 plus degree weather, I forgot my water bottle.
Oh man. And I always forget. I'm trying to talk my daughter into getting one of those windshield things to put in
Oh yeah, they only cost
for the
between like
car.
10 and $20. It's like a flip down sunshade. Oh,
Yeah.
another thing, get you one of these.
I know. I
It's
know.
it's like a fan.
Uh-huh.
Put it around your neck and you turn it
Make
on.
sure your hair's out of the way though.
And boy, it really cools you off. And if you don't have one of these, then and you can get these from between 10 and
Uh-huh.
$50. This is $20, I believe. Or just get a towel, wring it out, and put it around your neck.
Uh-huh. Well, they've got some of those that don't leak.
Oh,
They're made of some kind of material that you wet them and put them around you, and it stays cool, but they don't. The water doesn't
oh,
evaporate.
yeah, because your shirt gets all wet. Oh, I would need that, Roxanne. I need that.
I had to use those when I was with the band in high school, helping my
Hmm.
daughters
Okay.
because
And
it
they
would get.
have handheld fans. Don't forget the fans.
Uh huh.
When you have the towel around your neck that's moist, every time you wipe your face, you're cooling off. And then if you have one of those fans, and of course, a lot of
Hmm.
line dancers carry fans now because of that boots on the ground. So just fan yourself. That cools you
Yeah.
off, you know.
Hmm.
And I highly recommend. You know what? I'm going to check with the senior center because usually every summer they give away fans to people who need them,
Oh, great.
and they're box fans. You can get the same fans for like $20, but if you don't want to spend $20, you don't have $20. Yeah, and you're a senior. Uh,
Hmm.
Let me check that for you. I'm going to check right now and make a phone call after I call the Go Durham lady. I'm going to call the. In fact, let me make a note. Call the senior center about fans. But sometimes they give away air conditioners because
Nice.
some people have health. I don't know about
Yeah.
epilepsy, but some people have health um, situations where they really, the doctor tells
Mhm.
them you need an air conditioner.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they can cost. The price is going way down though. But if you just don't have the money, plus air conditioners, they might the ones that in the store that you're looking at Best Buy might be too big for you to lift. So check with the senior center. I'll check for you, and I'll do a write up on the senior page if indeed they're having that same program. And because if you
Yeah.
can,
ABC 45 for the Winston Salem places. We can go.
okay, wonderful. Okay, well,
Yep.
thank you, Rox, and you're just giving us the info as you always do, and I love it.
I try
Okay, thank you so
because
much.
we need to spread across the North Carolina.
That's right. Actually, it would be nice if journalists from a city worker. Let me go because the city worker is on my property. I want to see what that's all about.
Ooh. Okay. Well,
So
thank you.
thank you, Roxanne. I'll see you real soon.
All
Okay.
right. Bye,
Okay. Take
everybody.
care. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you. I guess that was a delivery of something. I have no idea. When in doubt, always just say thank you. And with that, that was not a city worker. That was a delivery person. Hmm. Anyway, with that, I will end the show. Stay cool. Go to the how to page, learn about the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke, get some tips on beating the heat, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.